Okay, let's work on the problem 3.8a. You are given x of t equals e to the t times u of negative t, and then h of t equals 2u of t minus u of t minus 1 minus u of t minus 2. So let's grab this h of t. So we're gonna first grab these three and then we're gonna combine them. 2u of t, 1, 2, 2, this is 2u of t, and then u of t minus 1 is this, where it's 1 and 1, gonna have this, but now it is a negative u of t minus 1, so this u of t minus 2, now we want to do negative u of t minus 2, now we want to do h of t is we have all 0 and then we're gonna go to 2. So basically we're gonna add these 3. So we'll have 2 and it's gonna go as a 2 until we hit 1. Once we hit 1, we're gonna subtract 1. It's gonna come down 1 and then we'll have this, but after 2 we're gonna subtract another 1, so it looks like this. Now x of t, we have x of t, if you graph e to the t is a positive, so it's gonna be something like this and 1. Now we need to multiply u of negative t. That means we want to keep it in the negative side only. That means we need to get rid of all of this. Now we need to have h of t minus tau. So first what we want to do, we need to do h of negative tau. What we need to do, we need to do h of negative tau. So h of tau is the same as this guy, just this t domain into tau domain. Now when you do the negative tau, we're gonna have this. So this is negative 1, 0, negative 2. And then if you wanna have a h of t minus tau, then what's the difference between these two? We just need to add the t in front of negative tau. Therefore, we have a negative 2, negative 1, 0. We need to add t in front of that. That means we have, that's our h of t minus tau. So we can starting from left hand side. So the first one is this h of t minus tau is somewhere in here. That means t is less than 0. So this is the case. Then we have overlapping portion in here. But we need to be careful. For the h of tau, the height is 2 from t minus 1 to t. So what we need to write as a y of t, if we go from t minus 2 to t minus 1, height of h of t minus tau is 1, and we have graph of e to the tau d tau, and then from t minus 1 to t, now we need to have a 2 height of h of t minus tau and then times e to the tau d tau. That equals e to the tau going from t minus 2 to t minus 1, plus we can factor out 2, and then e to the tau, we're going from t minus 1 to t, and that equals e to the t minus 1 minus e to the t minus 2 plus 2 times e to the t minus e to the t minus 1. And that equals, we have 2 times e to the t, negative 2 e to the t minus 1. We have a positive 1 e to the t minus 1. Therefore, we have a negative e to the t minus 1 minus e to the t minus 2. So next interval we need to identify is the t is in between 0 and 1. In this case, we have this much times 2 and this much times 1. If t is in between 0 and 1, our y of t equals, we have this is t minus 2, this is t minus 1. So going from t minus 2 to t minus 1, we have 1 times e to the tau d tau plus integral t minus 1 to 0, that is 2 times e to the tau d tau. And that is e to the tau going from t minus 2 to t minus 1 plus 2 times e to the tau going from t minus 1 to 0, that is e to the t minus 1 minus e to the t minus 2 plus 2 times e to the 0 minus 2 times e to the t minus 1. And this is 2, therefore 2 minus e to the t minus 1. Again, we have a negative 2, positive 1, and then minus e to the t minus 2. Next interval is going to be t is in between 1 and 2. Then here's a t minus 1. This is going to be t minus 2. We have this portion. So that is when t equals between 1 and 2, our y of t going from t minus 2 to 0, e to the tau d tau, that is e to the tau, t minus 2 to 0, that is e to the 0 minus e to the t minus 2, 1 minus e to the t minus 2. And if t is greater than 2, y of t equals to 0.